Carry on up the charts. The best of the beautiful South. The album everybody's talking about. 14 classic tracks, including their latest hit single. Carry on up the charts. The best of the beautiful South. On CD, cassette and video.
Tracks of classic Queen. Greatest hits 1 and 2. Now you can have it all at HMV. Everything but silence for Christmas.
I'm talking from someone who's in a band, like, you know, I've talked to Elvis about this, Costello, of course. I talk to Elvis every night, but Elvis Costello I just talk to once in a blue moon. And he said, you know, he went through years of it. And everyone does, you know. I don't know what brings it on, but probably it's like not being able to get a hard on. The more you think about it, the more you can't do it. And I think, you know, when Sting started thinking about losing his creative hard-on, you know, and dwelling on it and getting wrapped up in it, it just won't happen. And that's when, as an individual, as a man, he just said, and I really felt that off him when I was chatting to him. You know, he used to be, we both did this thing in Italy. It was a hoot, it was Pavarotti's thing, you know. And there was Sting, you know, and he started doing all his yoga bollocks, you know, and I said, yeah, you know, and he was doing all that, like, you know, and like, you know, this fantastic body, which, you know, irritates me, but I can't run, like, you know, I can't run 10 yards, I just hated it, bores me to death, you know, and I said, you know, you bastard, I said, like, you know, how can you do that? And he just looked at me and just said, vanity, you know, and laughed, and like, that man would not have been able to say that 5 years ago, just that openness, you know, vanity, you know, and that's exactly right, you know, and I like that about him now, where he's completely open. And I think when that happened, there must have been some moment or gradual process where he just said, "What to hell with all this." And once that happens, that great liberating moment, then it all comes. Now, I can only relate what he's been writing about to a certain period, say in my life, when the Rats thing had finished and I did a solo thing, and I was very dissatisfied with the first record I made solo. And you revert automatically back to that which is basic to you. And in my case, it was Irish music and rhythm and blues, which is what the Rats did originally. In his case, and you don't look for Irishness in you, and I'm sure he didn't look for northernness in himself, because I mean, I'm sure Geordie's always go on about where's his bloody accent and stuff like that. He can do a great Geordie accent, just like I can do, you know, a very good Dublin accent when I want to bob, you know, when I fucking mean head, you know, I can do that, you know, and I've still got a very Irish accent, you know, but I just don't hear it. But he doesn't have a Geordie accent, you know, so I think that I don't feel Irish ever, but clearly I am. I mean, my makeup and characteristic is very Irish. But when I went back to that music, it wasn't a great revelatory moment. It was just, that's what I want. I felt like I wanted to do. I went back to level 1. And I said, oh, I don't like what I'm doing now, so where do you start? Well, automatically, your instincts take you back to level 1, that which is intuitive to you, without thinking. And when I talk about that great revelatory moment that frees you and liberates your mind, I think it also takes you back to instinct. And Sting doesn't deny his northernness, but he would never acknowledge that what's it instinctively he goes back there, and neither would I about Ireland. But you do, because you cannot, ultimately you're not going to belie your brain. So that's what took him back, and those images which are fixed.
Now there's a sight to stir hearts in the northeast, a brilliant footballer, Jackie Milburn, known affectionately as War Jackie. But why, unfortunately, do we have to wait until our heroes are dead before we erect beautiful statues like this for them? Why not, in fact, have War Gaza or even War Sting? Well, you're going to have to wait a few years for that yet, but let's consider this a monument in videotape.
Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every that you make, every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I'll be watching you. Every move you make, every step you take, I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you. Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, every single day, every word you say, every game you play, I'll be watching you. On the guitar, Dominic Miller. On the drums, Vinnie Caliuta. On the keyboards, David Sanchez. I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you. Thank you.
From the beginning of our career, where you know, he was defensive and enraged at my success, we've completely turned it around. So now I see him and call him a miserable bastard because he's selling several million records. However, 20 years on, I'll probably be playing some Skyview club and thinking I'm John Lee Hooker, but in fact me and Bob Geldof playing in a Skyview club, and he'll probably be doing 60 nights at the Albert Hall, you know.
Need someone's hand to lead me through the night. Need someone's arm to hold and squeeze me tight. And when the lights are low and it's time to go, that's when I need love so bad. Need your sweet voice whisper in my ear. You don't have to worry, baby, 'cause you know Ronnie Pearson's here. When the lights are low and it's time to go, that's when I need your love. Need your love so bad. Well, don't you give it up. Bring it on back home to me, baby. Or write it on a piece of paper so it can be read to me. Tell me that you love me, 'cause you're almost driving me mad. Oh, because I need your love so bad. Need your sweet lips, talk to me at night. You don't have to worry, baby, 'cause you know everything's gonna be alright. When the lights are low and it's time to go, that's when I need your love so bad.
He said to me once, no kind act goes unpunished, and like they've really whipped his back. And when you consider what Sting has done all through his career, all the Amnesty gigs, long before the Rainforest, like me, like, you know, he did all this stuff back then. His songs have always been about things, about people. His brain is engaged by those sort of things. And he didn't do anything pony with the rainforest. Let's look at what he did. He said, okay, this is Sting. If I go out and start going on about the rainforest, it's seriously lame because my celebrity gets in the way of what I'm actually saying. But I can use that celebrity to get someone who actually knows about this because he lives there to talk about it. So if you want Sting on Terry Wogan, hey, you've got to have this guy who lives in the rainforest. And he took him on a world tour once to do that. He didn't get in the way, he just used the key of his celebrity to get this guy to talk about it. And then he was concerned about it enough to set up this thing that would get a bit of wedge and help these guys out. Oh dear, so shoot me down, you know. I mean, and he did it with great dignity, I think. Now, like, you know, I like the man. And it might sound over defensive, but that's the reality of how he did it. And I think that he did it quite well. Whether ultimately it's successful or not successful is kind of academic. He wanted to do something. He did it without guile. He did it not in an embarrassing manner, and he did it to the best of his ability. And he still makes great music, you know. I can't see a problem.
Cause you know everything's gonna be alright. When the lights are low and it's time to go, that's when I need you. Turn around. That's when I need your love. I need your love. I need your love. Oh, I said I need your love. Need your love so bad. 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 I need your love. I need your love so bad. I need your love. Thank you and good night. Let's look at that. Thank you.